Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Warlock, Master of the Arcane. Right, turn 140 and we are close to being poised and ready for a sneak attack upon Deepwood, another Benign's capital. But first let's get all my people into position. Now he is leaving, but he doesn't need to because I'm gonna hire him. And I'm gonna give him the Staff of Bones. It's not the best artifact I can give him, but well, that's all I have. Alright, so he does mostly melee damage. He's a fairly good character. Alright, you need a university. So we can now get Arafi Spearman and Elven Sharpshooters if we wanted. Barfor, doesn't he look menacing? He still needs all his perks, but for now he does look menacing. In fact, now that I have Agile Mind already and all that, I can do teleportation and half the time. Ah, damn. Fine, start walking. There's one more spell that I really need.
What must be done?
And the game is stubbornly refusing to give it to me.
To shoot something?
Alright, you go up there. You go here. You can't move. You get disembarked over there. And you move up through there.
Shooters!
You get fully repaired.
In her name.
The new spell research is complete.
There's only so many choices you can have for spells you can give me, game. Why must you be so annoying? I mean, I'm grateful for the Agile Mind, but well, at least we have weakness, which is always useful against powerful units. Alright, you move up there. Just making sure that I got all my units in
Prayers be
position.
heard. Royal Guards!
Right, so I think this allows everyone to strike. Right, Balfour. Actually, I probably should just focus on getting the ones close to the match and actually all the upgrades. And you already fully upgraded.
Healing to death?
Yeah, you can have Water of the Snake.
Ardania's finest.
And then whatever else remains, Balfour can get. Which is just a regeneration, I guess.
Best archers in the world!
The rest is alright, right?
Congratulations! You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
Just give me the spell I'm asking for, please. Protection of Agrella is neat. It's not all that long lasting though. I mean, it is quite strong.
Someone is hurt. We have the cure.
Right, our border should be quite safe now. Let's see. You only had the adamantium armor, which I cannot give you. Alright, let me go back to Balfour. And bring him closer soon. And Balfour is one of the elite heroes you can potentially get. Quite strong, very rare, of limited use ultimately. Let's see, I can create a great artifact, can I? Let's make it a power stone that gives generation, does life magic, elemental damage. Actually, just resistance to elements will do. Resistance to death magic. There, that'll do.
Your call?
The new spell research is complete.
Incinerate. Well, that's potentially the most powerful spell I can actually have, but... Right, so the crafting of the artifact is already complete. I'll give it to you. Let's keep crafting some more magic items, magic weapons. Power stone that gives the power of fire and death. And yeah, I can just give you the great sign of Helia. Still missing a couple of these, but and it'll give you the action Fireball. So, as long as we are making our units ridiculously overpowered, might as well go whole hog. Well, as long as you're getting over here, you can deal with these werewolves. What am I building here? Tax offices. Can't go wrong with more gold. But there is no more reason for me to actually build any cities. Because I already have everything I need. Now, I haven't fully tapped the full potential of every element in the game. Because simply I haven't found them. There's many more temples I could have built, perhaps. Temples to Dauros, temples to Helia, temples to Agrella, if I so wanted. Well, I have done those. Not other temples, for instance, as well, but For instance, I haven't found any dragon eggs, and dragons make very powerful fighters in your army.
Congratulations! You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
Elemental Resurrection, I'll take that. That would be quite nice. It's not the spell I wanted, but it's definitely a spell I like. Let's go clear out the undesirables. Alright. The Fiery McFire wand will go to... Oh wait, I need to first take something away, so I'll take that. Give you that. And let's make some more. What weapon are you wielding? Warrior strength. Alright. Now it's just magic items that I need, really. Well, Philip the He, I can probably use a better armor. Let's build some armor. Yeah, that'll do. Right. Gives you regeneration, gives you strength. It gives you resistance from death magic. No need for regeneration, just that, and some melee protection. Yeah, that'll do. At this point there isn't a unit with archery skills that is powerful enough to take down any of my units. That is kind of annoying though. Where did those minotaurs come from?
Of the halberd! Guardians of Halberd Hall!
Alright, give you more stuff. Right, so you're fully decked out with 103 attack strength. I think it's time we started bringing down the hammer. Ooh. She is suddenly not happy. Trespassing, yeah.
I shall hear your request.
Yeah, we don't need that anymore. Now I should mention here that I don't need to actually just go through the entire steps of breaking the alliance, breaking the non-aggression pact, breaking the peace treaty. Well, that's automatically actually, but I could just declare war right away. Because I can. Alright, so get rid of that. Give you that. And I think he's now close enough that I can start preparing. Where is it? Teleportation.
Stubborn knights.
It'll give you an ability, butt hit. But Anna, you and your heathen ways have stood in my path for far too long. We are now at war. Prepare to die. Now this shouldn't take too long.
See how you like this?
Because most of our heavy units are
We shoot.
on the wrong side of the continent, dealing with minions.
Forward!
Wolves of Helia.
Hammers ready.
Yeah, I think just one more turn would probably do it. Darn spiders. It's a lot of boats you've got there. You really should get them away from me. They are ever so sinkable.
Best archers in the world. Slain to death.
Alright, you move
All
down.
for one, and one for all.
Must be done.
You stay there. You can come up later. Yeah, she's gonna kill that fort probably. Not much of a concern. After all, I don't need to take the rest of her cities. Just her capital will be.
Your Excellency, someone has humbly requested your aid.
No. They became even more powerful. Actually, you can come up there. You go through there. If only I could.
Yes?
Oh well. She summoned some units into a city. That's sort of clever, I suppose. It ensures at least some of the damage is taken away. That is the fact that that's how the mechanics of the game works. When a city and a unit are stacked.
Shot-tuners! Sproing!
But I think this is...
My lord, one member of the Great Council has fallen.
Yay! Victory! Howl at the sun.
The Great Mage has achieved a great victory. All leaders and all races have bent their knees before him. And under his wise rule, Ardania will remember at last what the words peace and order truly mean.
And that was a game of Warlock, Master of the Arcane. It's definitely no Majesty replacement, but it'll do for my Ardania fix. And I do appreciate this game exists. I mean, it is quite enjoyable. It's got a lot of that just one more turn feeling for me. So I thank everyone who worked on it and all that. Now, of course, this was just one way to end the game. There's many more ways, like defeating the Great Mages to become a good dictator of the world, defeating an avatar, which I find a little bit backwards, because in order to get this one, you need to first get your reputation up with one god up to 100%, which then makes the exact opposite god so mad he declares war on you and manifests himself onto the world, at which point you have to defeat him and essentially absorb his power, which then turns you into the opposite of the god you actually worship. I think it's never fully explained how that works. Casting the Unity spell, which I still find somewhat of a cheap way to win it. It's essentially a research victory, but basically that will allow you to become the one true god of Ardania, casting out all others who would oppose you, including the other gods. It's neat, nifty, and a plot point for the second game, but I just don't like it all that much. Especially not in the second game, when it's way too easy to get that spell. I mean, here it is somewhat of a challenge, because you never know what you're gonna have to research, and you need to research everything before you can get to the Unity spell. Capturing 50% of the holy grounds can be quite tricky, especially if you've got a lot of additional worlds. I mean, I only had 3, I think, and but going all the way up to 6. Yeah, 6. That'll make it quite tricky, because most of the special resources can only be found on the additional worlds, including the holy sites, which can make getting control of them quite tricky. So It depends really on how much effort you want to put into your victories. And then of course there is the game mode Armageddon, which I might do at some point, just to show that I can. But defeating the Dremers is just such... they are such a... They cheat. The Dremers cheat, because they are way too powerful. Now, the basic Dremers you can deal with as most any advanced fighter unit, but the archers and the magic units, they are so frustrating. Never mind the fact that your entire lands get covered in goop, and the other mages are just so darn useless. It is an interesting challenge to beat, though, but not quite at this moment. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. I mean, I enjoy it quite a bit. It can be a bit simple once you've figured out the AI quirks and all that, and I know there's mods that can improve on that. But you know me, I like my vanilla games. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.